Yesterday I mowed my lawn, which has rather grown wild in recent weeks. The grass in the collecting pan was like wet porridge, so I think we can safely assume that the line-side fire risk has been alleviated for the immediate future, especially given the very wet forecast for today. This is what was posted for today's charter train from Woodlesford on the outskirts of Leeds. I believe steam trains are not welcome in Leeds itself because they set off the smoke alarms and lead to the evacuation of the station. This is what Rail Advent was still showing as I ate my breakfast just after 6 a.m. And despite the poor forecast, I aimed to catch Tornado and train at Penrith northbound, where she was scheduled to enter platform 3 for 11 minutes to allow an Avanti Pendolino to go ahead of her. And then, provided the weather wasn't too awful, somewhere along the Setland Carlisle on the homeward trip. The weather had been dry in Dumfries, wet in Carlisle, and sunny on arrival here in Penrith. Penrith, some 18 miles south of Carlisle, is served by Avanti West Coast and Transpennine Express, both offering stopping services, but with some of Avanti's trains running at speed through the station. Penrith's Platform 3 is little used these days, but provides a useful loop to free up the main line for fast services.
The next train to arrive at platform 2 will be the 11:37 Avanti West Coast service to Glasgow Central. Calling at Carlisle, Motherwell and Glasgow Central, this train is formed of 11 coaches. You can find the shop in Coach C for delicious hot and cold refreshments. First class is at the rear of the train. Standard class is at the middle and front. Bicycle spaces are available at the front of the train. Unreserved seating can be found in coaches C, U and G.
Well, this is the charter, having travelled from Woodlesford via Wakefield, Brighus, Rochdale, Manchester Victoria and Preston. But it doesn't look much like tornado. Penrith Castle. An unusual working. Kilmarnock's Bonneton Depot to Leeds Neville Hill, but not by the obvious Setland Carlisle route. Penrith station is attractively laid out, paying tribute to various aspects of local culture.
The next train to arrive at platform 1 will be the 12:21 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston. First class is at the front of the train. Standard class is at the middle and rear.
And this is the only sign of tornado that I saw all day.
Unreserved seating can be found in coaches C, U and G.
Eventually, Transpennine again for the short trip back to Carlisle. As we passed Upperby Yard on the approach to Carlisle, there was the charter, diesel-topped and tailed, with no sign of a steam locomotive. A wasted day for me, but an unusual visitor sitting in the Citadel's centre road. By now the rain had become torrential.
Still alive.
Still alive?
Everybody's told me not to panic, and I'm not panicking now.
Haven't been put in the bankruptcy court yet. Give it time.
I did find myself a partner, but then I got fed up and told her I want a month on my own because I wasn't used to having anybody. I used to be on my own. I don't know why, but I did.
Well, I'm on my own.
We've been single for all my years.
The weather's awful. The last train that'll get me home without a 2-mile slog over the hill departs before the charter train leaves. There's no steam to be had today. Common sense cuts in and says forget the charter, get home dry and at a reasonable hour.
Typical. I go to
As the ScotRail Class 320 disappears off into the rain and towards the Scottish border, I do likewise. By Dumfries, the weather is fine and I eventually arrive home dry after a frustrating and disappointing day, livened up by the many old and young friends I've encountered, all of them as daft as myself when it comes to trains.
Sounds like it's a touring unit, doesn't it? The roof, but
It's got the old roof.
So, as ever, thanks for watching, and here's to the next, drier, steamier time.